Hi there, everyone. Night Shift 10,000 here, and how are you liking my new digs so far? Yeah, I know, a space station, it's a little bit much, but I thought, with all the money I've got coming in, I was thinking about spoiling myself a little bit and buying this big-ass space station to live on when I'm not living in the Night Shift cave or the Night Shift house. But, just because I'm on a space station doesn't mean I still can't give you quality content because, I'm Night Shift 10,000 and that's just awesome no matter how you push it. So, you know what? Let's see what's on TV today. Let's see what's on the American news.
Everybody would like to see that from Robert Meuller as well as from Bill Barr. But at this point, it's only Bill Barr who is speaking on Mueller's behalf. Robert Meuller is still, at this point, publicly silent. As he has been from the very beginning. Although we'll have more on that in a moment. Here's more.
Oh, God. It's going to be a good day. So, the Meuller report has fallen through like a bad game of Jenga. I saw this coming from 3 years ago away, but really, who couldn't have? In all honesty, the Dems were still going through their stages of withdrawal over the Trump elections. Now, do you see, you are here. Yep, that's right. Day zero has come and gone, and the blue wave tsunami of left-wing tears has washed through like the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. I can still remember when the Dems were so like this. But now the Dems have gone a little something more like this. Meuller, 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 Meuller. But then again, I'm not that surprised with the results. The Meuller report was doomed from day one. I mean, come on, people. Did you think the Russians were holding guns to people's heads while they were voting in voting booths? Do you think that shit wouldn't get out and that the police or at least someone wouldn't be doing something about that? And I know what people are going to say. But Russian collusion, they can tamper with the election results. Yeah, no. Hacking or even trying to tamper with the ballots is not going to fly here. The Meuller report was conclusive that there was no Russian collusion anywhere in the U.S. elections of 2016. And if you're thinking that cybersecurity was compromised, please come back down to earth. You are literally preaching for the biggest cyber incursion that would ever have happened in U.S. history. Yeah, and they say that ANCAP should wear the tinfoil hats. Ladies and gentlemen of the left, you are literally preaching on conspiracy theories for the biggest breach in U.S. cybersecurity that has ever happened. Do you truly believe that that could actually be possible, that a Russia collusion of this magnitude could ever possibly happen? Come on, just step back and think about that for a moment. And I get that Dems were frothing at the mouth over at least some evidence that the Trump could have somehow been indicted on charges of colluding with Russia to change votes. Hell, Chris fucking Matthews, one of the most prominent supporters of the Meuller report, had to come out and admit defeat. And it was fucking hilarious.
How can the president be pointed to as leading collusion with Russia, of aiding a Russian conspiracy to interfere with our elections, if none of his henchmen, none of his children, none of his associates have been indicted?
Chris, I think the answer is he cannot.
Now, I know what those with common sense are going to say. No, absolutely not. But then again, those on the left are probably going to be saying, well, there's a chance. Sorry, guys, but U.S. cybersecurity was on point, and there are no indictments that are going to lead back to Trump. Listen, folks, the fact that Trump wants people to know about the Meuller report and the findings pretty much speaks for itself. Now, again, you are here. And look, I know that people are going to keep being crybabies about this, but we have to accept evidence given. There was no Russian collusion. Guys, it's time for a reality check. The only way the Russian collusion could have ever realistically taken place was if the Russians had pulled off a massive hack on one of the most secure government networks in the United States, the Electoral College. This would have been the worst and most vast breach in U.S. cybersecurity in America's history. It's just not possible, especially from Russia. And I know the BS people are going to come up with, that this was some kind of KGB operation or something else to put the Trump into power and to usurp the voice of the American people. But being that the KGB pretty much went under in the early 90s, that kind of thought process is, well...
Anyone?
Oh, right. They borderline on paranoid delusions. But I know the libs aren't going to let this die, and that they are going to come up with any way they can to resurrect this report. Please, don't let me try and stop you, okay? Your lunacy is my video material bread and butter. But just for good measure and happy memories, let's see again how that Meuller report went down in the end. Just one more time.
The White House, where lawyers are still waiting to see the report, but the president believes that he was completely cleared, and he is saying so. Major, I hear they are celebrating at the White House today. Good morning.
Good morning. In numerous conversations yesterday with lawyers and advisors, President Trump was by turns elated at the no collusion conclusion, but still seething that this investigation was launched in the first place. The president and many close to him still regard the special counsel probe as a nasty political power play. Advisors are urging the president to turn the page and look for ways to work with Congress, even as congressional Democrats say, based on what they've seen so far, they are neither satisfied nor convinced.
And the lefties got triggered. Oh, wait, why am I happy about this? No, seriously, I was actually kind of hoping that the Meuller report was going to come up with something and that Trump was going to get impeached.
You heard your daddy, Morty. You have to leave school. Wait, what are my values?
Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping the Meuller report would give us grounds on which we could impeach President Trump. Or at least give us grounds on which we could prosecute him and potentially send him to prison. Okay, this was, for me at least, kind of a letdown, and I'm willing to admit that. Because, well, yeah, I was actually kind of hoping that the Meuller report was going to come up with something. Oh, God, no. Okay, no, the useless idiot Trump is fine. We don't need that. We don't, for the love of God, need that. Never mind. Trump is fine where he is. God, no. You know, maybe it's one of those count your blessings moments. Instead of looking at the negatives in the situation, just think, it could be a shit ton worse. Let's all just be thankful that Hortense the Sea Hag or Fourth Reich Race Bannon aren't the ones in charge of things right now. In my opinion, though, the Russian collusion was a complete wash, and I'm just glad this whole shit show is over. Well, mostly over. Well, this is Night Shift 10,000, and if I can find a way to get back to Earth, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone.
Life's tough. It's too bad. Stressed out. Not breathing. Locked in the prison that you made yourself. There's no way out. You better start looking. Well, this time, don't you wanna grow? Unpack the baggage that'll make you old. Kick up your feet, start a brand new trend. Well, this is how it ends. Let go.
Everybody would like to hear that from Robert Meuller as well as from Bill Barr. But at this point, it's only Bill Barr who is speaking.
Oh, that shit just gets me every time.